File, new notebook in Drive, and then FC Smile, Array. So you make a new number one, type here, concept. Okay, number two, array. So we make array, we make example here. Let's say we have X as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we do print the X. And then you can run. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the output. Okay. And we can make Y, let's say 8 or 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And then do print Y, and then you execute. So you're gonna have X, okay, as the array here, and Y as the array here. So array is actually multi-value in one variable. So one variable can store multi-value. Okay, so we need to adjust this concept. So below here, you make definition. Array is variable that holds or stores multi elements or multi-value. Okay, so I will modify Y here. So let's say we add here the Indonesia. So happen when you print, so it has Indonesia as well. Okay. You can use one or double, and the result stays same. Okay, you adjust the code. So we have this as the integer, all integer. However, here is the mix of integers and string. Yeah, so can be mixed, can be single type. Okay, so remember again that integer is a numeric which is without having the decimal. This integer, but this one is the string. So you can combine both. Okay, so let's see what happened when we assign z with the x plus y. Okay. When we do a construction of the construction of x plus y, what happened? And then we print z here. You can run, and it results the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then followed by the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then Indonesia. Okay, so you can adjust the code. What happened if you remove the Indonesia from here and then you run? So you're gonna have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is comes from the X, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, which is comes from the Y. So this is the concatenation. Yeah. So concatenate, concat. So it means that X will be followed by Y. So it's not 1 plus 10 or 2 plus 20, not like that. But this is the concatenation. So X will be followed by Y, and both will be put in one array. Okay, so this is one example. So I'm gonna change this become a array version 1. Okay, and I'm gonna put below the text. This is the hash 3 array of version 2. Array version 2, we do import array here. Okay, we import the engine array from the Python, and then we have let's say we have X as the array like this, which is I is there. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just the code first. So when we run, okay, so array I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so uh, actually it looks like no different, yeah, between the previous one. But here, by using I indicates integer. So it means that all of the element of the X, which is the array here, must be integer. Yeah. So let's make the other one, which is Y. So as previous one, we do this Y is 10 up to 50. Okay. But we're gonna address the mixing data type, mixing type here. But so far we just leave Y as all the elements are integer. Okay. So I think nothing wrong with this. Everything is going well. Okay. However, when you type Indonesia here, okay. So what happened when you run? Okay, but adjust your code. After this, we will be running this together. Well, now we can run. What happened with the X? What happened with the Y? Okay. So X, okay, no problem. It's already in our display here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, the Y, it has the message type error here because the str stands for the string object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Why? Because we put is str here. Yeah, str for the integer for the string. However, we already defined here that all of the component is I. It means the integer. So Indonesia or whatever here, the string cannot be kept. Yeah, it's not allowed to be the element because we have the definition of I. We declare that all of the component will be the integer. So that's why you remove this. Okay. So once you remove and then you run, so no more error. Okay, adjust the code. After that, we're gonna back into the first version to observe. Okay, so what's the difference between this version 2 and the version 1? Okay, however, I want to put here that I want to bear in mind that I indicate that all of integer, and this also indicate that all of integer, all of the elements. Okay, so what happened with the number 1? What's the difference? In number 1 here, actually, you can put Indonesia, okay, as the element of Y. And when you run, I think everything is going well since we never define or we never declare that the array element must be in integer. Okay, so the way of declaring Y here is different from the way of declaring Y here. Y here we declare with the definition of element I. Okay, so that's why all of the membership should be in the integer. But in the version 1, we never declare that the element of I. So we can mix string and then the integer. Okay. Okay, so you can observe that now. And finally, I want to make here zx plus y, and then we print z. And what happened with that? I think, yeah, no different. Okay, so still the same. Okay, so okay, you adjust the code with this, and finally, we're gonna add the concept. We're gonna update the concept here. So array is variable that stores multi-elements or multi-value. Okay, so we have two kinds of array. So using and without using library or without using the library. What's the name again? Import array. Okay, without using the library array. Okay, okay. The array that we have, the array can store multi-type. Okay, can store multi-type. So it can store mix, integer, float, string, boolean. Okay, it can store that. But without using. Okay, so with library array, sorry, yeah, with library array, so the array can only store single type. Why? Because we must declare I or what else. Yeah, we're gonna see later what are the definition that can be used here. So I stand for the integer. I think I is for the integer, and what else we're gonna see later on. I'm gonna show example. Okay, so you can put a break here. You can put also break here. So we're gonna have a kind of a space between the text. Okay, so just your code. So array is a variable that holds store multi-element. it means that element is many, some elements there. Okay, but without using library array, the array can store multi-type. So mix between many type of data. Integer, float, string, boolean can be mixed. But when you are using array, so the array can only store single types. Okay, can be just I or the other. So we're gonna try. Okay, so this is the example. So we continue with the next one. Let's say we have here the, okay, so I'm gonna update this. Yeah, I'm gonna make here, let's say I have the F or the numbers or my float. My float is array. Okay, and then you do array in here, which is the float. So float should be integer as well. This is the decimal number. Okay, 0.1, 2.5, 5.4, 4.9, 9.3, something like this. So you have the values in one format, which is the decimal. So D stands for the decimal, which is the float. Okay, adjust your code. So now you can update with that having D here, it means the decimal. You update your definition here. So D is for decimal. Okay, update the code. Okay, and we continue with the last year that I have a my string that I gonna have array as the string. So you have here the U stands for the Unicode. Okay, my string, so it can be like Aceh, Bandung. Okay, but cannot because it should be the ABC, the Unicode. Sorry, yeah. So the ABC is the one single character, which is the ABC, DE, ABCDE. Okay, or you this is the the result should be the whole together here because you do the this U for the Unicode. Okay, adjust the code. After this, you can update as well. And in here, you do the U for the Unicode. Okay, update. Okay, so we continue with the number 3. So we have the exercises. Oke, kita latihan dulu. Oke, kita latihan dulu contoh ya. Kalau kita punya misalkan di sini adalah so I have a di sini adalah hello world. Oke, and then I take the number 1 and then I print. Okay, so when you print this, actually it gonna print the E karena dia mengambil elemen yang nomor 1. Wow, apa maksudnya? So, maksudnya adalah di dalam array kamu akan punya indeks dimulai dari 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dan seterusnya. Itu adalah indeksnya. Nah, yang paling pertama itu adalah indeks ke 0, yang berikutnya indeks ke 1, yang berikutnya indeks kedua, yang ketiga, yang keempat, lalu koma yang kelima, nanti ada spasi yang keenam. So, ketika engkau mengambil indeks yang ke 1, it means that you are retrieving the yang ini, yang huruf E ini. So that's why dia akan menghasilkan E. Oke? Nah, kita improve lagi. Bagaimana jika saya mengambil indeks ke-1, saya tambah dengan indeks yang ke-5. Lalu ini kita print. Ya, so ingat tambah tadi itu menggabungkan concatenate ya, concat ya. So when you are doing this, it means that index number one will be concat with the number 5. So according when I make mouse over, di situ dia muncul itu ada namanya stringnya, hasilnya adalah huruf A. Yang di sini hasilnya adalah, oh bukan, sorry, bukan itu maksudnya. Dia ini sebuah. Oke. Dan apa hasilnya? Oke, kita run saja. Coba kita run, hasilnya adalah E dan koma. Karena kita mengambil indeks yang ke-1 dan yang kelima. Kelima itu adalah koma. Oke, silakan adjust code-nya dulu. Let's say we have here the X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have Y. Okay. And then the Z ini adalah hasil dari indeks ke-1 dengan Y indeks ke-1. Indeks yang diambil. Ternyata hasilnya adalah 22. Kok bisa? Nah, ini saya jelaskan, tapi coba dibuat dulu. Supaya lebih jelas, ini saya buat Z adalah X1 tambah Y1. Dan kalau saya ganti di sini, Z-nya itu adalah X tambah Y. Nah, ini apa hasilnya ini? Apa bedanya yang ini saya ganti namanya Z1 saja. Okay, and this one is Z2. Okay, so what's the difference? What's the difference? What this Z1 result and what does Z2 result? Okay, so let's run. Now you observe that they result differently. Okay, number one is just a value. Okay, it is just a value. But this is array. Okay, so this is different. Why? Because in this command, this instruction, actually you get the value by accessing or by index. So by mentioning the index, you will get the value. So actually you will get the value karena kamu bilang adalah indeks ke-1 dari X. Dan ini indeks ke-1 dari Y. Jadi value-nya yang kamu ambil dengan menyebutkan indeksnya. Maka value-nya adalah 2 ditambah 20. Makanya 22. Tapi yang ini kamu tidak pernah get value. Array-nya itu yang kamu ambil dan array-nya yang kamu ambil. So ini kamu apa? You get the array, bukan value-nya. Array-nya yang kamu ambil. Makanya hasilnya pun adalah sebagai array. Oke? So silakan di adjust code-nya. Okay, so let's see the exercise here. Nah, so in the exercise 3.1, ini accessing by index. Accessing by index to get the value. Itulah judulnya yang ini. Kamu accessing by index to get the value. Jadi atas dengan yang ini semua adalah accessing by index to get the value. Itu exercise yang saya mau sampaikan. You adjust the code di sini dulu, tambah dulu. So ini nomor 1, nomor 2, ini nomor 3, yang ini nomor 4. Saya salah nomor. So you adjust, this is number 4, and this is 4.1. Kasih perbaikan dulu. Lalu sekarang di bawahnya buat lagi teks. Kita buat 4.2 dan di sini kita akan demonstrate what is index. What is index? Nah, apa indeks itu? Ya, mengapa dia menjadi penting? So, kalian buat dulu seperti ini. Setelah itu bikin new code dan kita lanjut. So apa itu indeks? Nah, apa itu elemen dan apa itu length? So, apa indeks? What is element? What is length? Nah, ini sekarang. So, we have a student one. Student one, let's say score 90. Student two, student three, and student four. Wait. You have student two, let's say 80, 70, and 95. If you have like this, it's gonna be a lot of memory. So however, when you are make just students with the score 80, 70, 95, this is more efficient because only one variable, because using only one variable. The previous one is not efficient. So what is index? So index here is the pointer to element. Starts from 0. So when you say student number index 0 and then you print, it means that 90 will be resulted. So this is the index. What is element? Element is the value of array. So element is the value itself. So accessing the element by the index. So this is the value. And what is the length? Length is the total element. So you can do a print length of the students. Then you're gonna have that the total of element is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 elements. So I think it's very clear. So you can access the element by using the looping, yeah. So I can put here the looping. Okay, let's say do looping. So for I in students, so the students will be take as I. So we have 90, 70 up to 95. Okay. We can print the element of the students. We can print the element again to get element by index. So index will be from 0. So by doing this, you will access all of the element, all of the value. Okay, so that's it. You're gonna have the print students, um, not here, yeah, students length of the students. So you get here the length of the students. Yeah, for I from 0 to the length of the students with the step 1, and this should be -1. Okay, so you're gonna have the total element from 0 students. You get the length but -1. Okay, maybe without -1 here. Out of range, the students is out of range from the 0, 1, 2, 3. -1. Hmm. Um, this is the, sorry, I forget range. Okay, range the student's length. Okay, I think that's all. So we have all of the elements. Okay, so this is the last part that we are discussing. Accessing the element, you can do looping, the range of the length of the array. Okay, so I think that's all for the today's session. And yeah, I'm gonna share the homework to you. Let's say we're gonna make the looping, we do looping and adding by 10. So you can have print with plus 10. So we're gonna have every of element will be added by 10. Okay, so I leave you the homework. The challenge here. X is array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Y 30, 40, 50. Okay. Okay, so the Z here should be at, so this one, at each element from X and Y. Okay, and then store in array Z. So Z. Oh, so Z will be 10, 22, 33, 44, 55. So the clue or the hint is using looping for X example above. So this is the homework. Okay, adjust the code.